17, and I'm just candling these eggs before we go into lockdown, and I wanted to show you something really cool, and I really hope you can see it. It's very hard to see at day 17 any action because the chick is taking up most of the egg at this point. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see what I've been able to see, but let's see. I could definitely see this chick moving. So I know this is really hard to see, but see, it's right there. I don't know. Might be too dark. So he's right there. I'm trying to see if I can get him to move. I'll keep trying. All right, friends, we are at day 17. You can see that chick is really starting to develop. Amniotic fluid decreases and head is between legs. And if I go up here, I'm moving my head towards the pocket of air that I can get ready to hatch. So I did just candle the eggs and I tried to show what I was seeing, but it was really dark, so it was hard to see, and it's actually really hard to see as the eggs are so developed. It's hard to see, but I was able to see some chicks moving around. I am going to try and show you with the light on and see if that, I don't think it's more going to work, but we'll try and see really quick. I just see, I think it's going to be too bright, but let's just take a look. So you can see the veins. The chick is right there in the dark. And if I get close enough, there's more, there he is. Oh, there, you can see him move. Just moved, I think that was his leg. They're still not chirping, which means they're still not quite ready to hatch. They'll start chirping right before they want to come out. There's his eye. See him moving? Ah, no. Very cool. Okay. And then what I want to show you is, so all of these eggs, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 are all looking really good. And then these are still my question marks. And I just want to show you why they're question marks. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but you won't be able to see it. Let me turn the light out. So they're really bright and you can't see anything happening. You can see the big air sac, but I'm thinking this is just the yolk and there's no chicken there, is my guess. But I read some research, which is what this project has been a lot of lately. And they said if your eggs are not goozing, which means they're not starting to crack and have liquid come out of them, then you can just leave them in there. And if they hatch, they hatch, and if they don't, they don't. So because none of them are oozing, it means that they probably won't explode if there isn't a chicken there. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave them because I'm unsure about them anyway. I did move 2 over that had question marks, but I think they're doing good. So we'll just wait and see what happens. So we have definitely a good amount of ones that I think are doing well. And we'll just keep our eyes on those question marks. So tonight is the last night. And then tomorrow, I also read that lockdown should start on day 18, not 17 like I marked. So tonight will be the last night of being able to open the incubator, and then tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning, I'm going to fill everything up with water so that we can get our humidity up, and then we were going to go on lockdown. So everything is looking good. I had it open for a while because I was candling, so the temperature is going to go back up and the humidity is going to go back up, so everything's looking good. So I'll see you tomorrow. We will fill up the troughs of water and we will go on lockdown for a few days. Fingers crossed. Have a wonderful night. She complicated and left me a Good morning. It is day 18. I have just removed all the eggs out of the incubator and I'm getting ready to remove the egg turner. So it's this top one here. I'm going to unplug it. I'm going to remove this out. And I'm going to, our humidity was low this morning, which is why I decided to do it right now. So I'm just going to remove this tray. And I'm going to fill all these troughs because we need to get our humidity up to 55 to 65%. So I'm going to fill all these up. Get a little bit more water. Come join me in my bathroom. And I don't want the humidity to be too high. So I'll just finish filling 4. I'll leave 3. Yeah, that's good. Because I can always we have until the end of the day today for it to be locked down, so I can always come back in and add more water if I think we're gonna need more for the lockdown. So I'm just putting the tray in, and then I just set these on their sides, and I want to put the question marks in the far corner because in the event something happens to them, I just don't want them to be near the ones that are hatching. So we'll put all these over there. I haven't heard them chirping yet. I I have seen some eggs move. And when I candled yesterday, I did see lots of chick movement inside the eggs, which is a good sign. So the reason it's okay that I'm going into lockdown this morning is because we have these small bantam eggs, these little ones. Those might hatch early, so it's okay to go into lockdown early, especially because we have so many little ones that are doing well. So I'm going to put all these back in here. I checked the eggs again this morning and I don't see any that are oozing. Let me check that one really quick. And none of them smell. That's another indicator that you have a bad egg, is they will smell. But none of our eggs smell, so I think we're okay to keep them all together and kind of just see what happens. If I was a little bit more experienced candler, I might take some out, but I would hate to take some out that are growing. Okay, so all of them are in here. They're not going to be turning anymore, and hopefully we can get that humidifier up to where we need it to be. So incubator's still on, temperature's at 100, that's where we want to be, but we want to be between 55 and 65% humidity for hatch and lockdown. So I will come back in an hour and I will check to make sure all those temperatures and numbers have risen. If we take a look at day 18, we have growth of embryo nearly complete. Yolk sac is still on outside of embryo. Head is under the right wing. So you can see that baby chick is really taking in the nutrients of that yolk as the yolk is getting smaller. Day 18 up here. I'm almost done growing. Put all the eggs on the cheesecloth and get the incubator ready for us. So that's basically what we did. We don't have cheesecloth, we have that grate. So yeah, so we're doing good. We are ready for lockdown. Hopefully we have some baby chicks soon. I will check in tomorrow and give you more updates. We'll just take a look. The next thing that we're going to be looking for, it's called pipping. And pipping is where the baby chick starts to take its beak and tap on the shell. So you'll see egg movement. You might even see that the chick breaks the egg a little bit. And that's the very, very beginning stage called pipping. Now sometimes eggs will pip and then they won't hatch. So there's a trick that we can do after the chicks have started hatching. If there's still eggs that are not, chicks have not come out of, we can put them in water, and if they float, it means there's still a viable chick in there. If it sinks, it means there's not a viable chick. So that's one last check we can do on day 21 if those eggs don't hatch. If an egg is starting to pip and nothing happens, we can actually carefully break open the egg at the air sac and help the chick out. So it's not recommended, but on day 21, when it's time to take out all the other chicks, if we still have some that we're not seeing any chicks come out of, we can do some different strategies to try and help them come out. All right, so with my incubator, really quick, I forgot I wanted to tell you this. One thing that we want to look closely for is we don't want there to be condensation on the top of the incubator, because that means that it's getting too humid in here. So one thing you can do is you can take off this to allow airflow, and in my directions it recommends taking that off anyway during lockdown. So I'm going to take it off and see what happens to the humidity. Because I'm at a high elevation and we live in a drier climate, we might need to keep that on. So I'm just going to keep my eye on this humidity and see what happens. But we don't want it to get wet and lots of condensation up there, because that means it's getting too humid. But we also want the chicks to not be too dry when trying to get out of their egg, or they get stuck to their shell. So those are some of the, so we want it to be humid when they're coming out because we want them to be able to get out of their shell, but then we want it to not be too humid because then they won't dry. They're going to be really wet when they hatch, and if it's too humid, they won't be able to dry their feathers. So that's why there's that beautiful 55 to 65% number. It's like right in between. All right, thanks for joining me for a little bit of a longer video, and I will keep you posted on what's happening. I'm super excited, and I look forward to sharing some chicks with you soon.